There we go. Let's see what's moving. A little bit late, but hey, what are we going to do? Doesn't seem to be anything moving right now. Eyeball next off, that's about it. DBD. Snapchat has earnings today, doesn't it? That's after hours. So let's see what that brings us. Hopefully, we'll get a bit of. Yeah, we need some volatility today. Nothing at the moment moving. So it's just a quiet day. I'll have my cup of tea and I'll dunk my digestives, chocolate digestives. Why not? Good point, Matt. Same now. Hey, Tom. Hi, Dave. I was just saying that there's very and once again the volume just dropped out of the market this last week or so, and very difficult to find stocks to trade when you're trying to trade them. And being patient. What I've realised this last 2 weeks, because I've not actually traded in conditions like this before. So, but this is my first bear market. So if you can make money in a bear market like this, you can you can definitely make money in a bull market. I'm looking forward to the next bull market again. But what I would say is yesterday's a perfect example. Finding it difficult, getting faked out, going red early doors. This seems to be a pattern that's emerged over the last 2 months. So in September, this month as well, making a losing trade to start off with, getting faked out with a losing trade to start off with, and then having to play catch up. And it's not great for morale from an emotional point of view, and B, it's not great for the balance either, because you end up racking up more commissions overall anyway. So patience is a virtue, and I always say it only takes one stock. And yesterday, if I'd just been waiting all day until AMPX, middle of the afternoon yesterday, got news of a government contract, $50 million government contract, and it rocketed. It moved like $5. So was it $4? Whatever it was. So that one stock would have. That was right, $5. Would have made my whole day. It would have made my whole target for the day if I just waited for that one stock. And I'm looking back, or I've been doing kind of some reviewing of trades and the days that I've taken over the last couple of weeks. To say I've been in a bit of a hole. I've not. Last week was our first red week. This week we've, I think, really got lucky to get to be green each day. I say green each day. I know Monday was barely just more of a scratch day, but looking back at the trades, it's like, well, hang on a minute. If you just each day there's been one trade, there's been one stock that's moved, and it's usually been later in the day. It's moved and it's moved well. There's one moving right now, Silo. It's talking of stocks that are moving and moving well. So why is this moving well is the question. So Silo Pharma posts encouraging preclinical data for Alzheimer's candidate. Okay, I like that. I remember when Neuroscience went up that like that pre-market. spreads are not bad. They're 10 cents. But I've got in really high up there by a, you know, slow to the trigger. I tried to get it at the break of the $0.50 and it popped. So I should have bought the dip really. $75, break the $0.75. Make some new highs. Morning, Steve. Morning, your own time. Make those new highs, break $7. Well, we'll keep getting over it on the ask, but not on the bid yet. So 10 cent spreads on the on this at the moment. So this is Silo. This is the first pullback, so we should. It's a good catalyst. Wait for the breakout here. 74 on the ask. We're in at 77 and a half. 677 and a half. So we're getting a flat top at 75 right now on this flag. Spreads are 10 cents, so on the bid it's the flat tops at 65. But bouncing on the VWAP at the moment. Well, it's about just under 3 million in the float. There's no real short interest to note. The reason this moved up, Starlo announces data on SPC14 and says initial data from its SPC14 research studies show that chronic dosing of SPC14 resulted in increased memory and in AD mice and had no negative weight effects on the subjects. Okay, so this is a little bit of a pullback, a little bit more of a pullback than I really wanted to see. Show signs of a bounce. I will add. If I show signs of continued sell-off, I will get out. Do I trade yeah, I'm trading the US market right now. But I'm not trading. If you're asking, do I trade futures? No, I don't. I trade the market, but not the futures. So in terms of the US 30, the Dow, the S&P 500, the Dow Jones Industrial, the Nasdaq, I trade all those markets. Or I trade the stocks that are on those markets. Oh, this is getting way too low for me. I've held on to this way too long. That was a bloody good catalyst in a pop-up, and it's selling off. That just goes to show the markets cannot be trusted. Giving it $1. Which is more than I really wanted to give it. This is gonna. So this is what I was just talking about as this popped up. It's patience. I should have waited for that first pullback. I did wait for the first pullback. Got the pullback, and then as it moved up and broke highs here, 650. That's when I got in. Got filled up at 680. So go figure. You wait for the pullback. This is twice that's happened to me. You wait for the pullback. You be a good boy. And you get in for the break of new highs, and it reverses when you pretty much where you get in. Sometimes it be like that. I'm just gonna add a little bit more there. And I'll get out if it reverses on me. So the low now is 85, call it. Actually 82, but we'll call it 85. Nice round number. Hey Tamimi. Put my finger on the trigger for the panic button here. Get me out if I need to. A lot of people bought up here at 660-ish, 655, we'll take. Didn't work out for me, but there you go. A lot of people got trapped in that. Look at the volume by price. Most of the people bought up here. 650. Well, that's a great start to the day. And that goes to show exactly what I was saying beforehand. Patience. It's going to sustain. Get the first pullback, which was here. We got the pullback. We got in. Normally you would see that moving and you get a go. Actually, I tried to get in for the break of the $0.50. And it did move up over 30 cents. So that's not a bad move. So in theory, I should have made, what, 1,500, 1,600 on that or something. But because I got filled up at the top, I was then playing catch up. I'll come back to that later. On a bit of a losing streak at the moment. Hey, Fuzzy. So my Tesla calls for tomorrow are not working out. So October's I should have done, Fuzzy. Yeah, absolutely. I should have just said, okay, start it. Let's take Alistair's a bit of a leaf out of Alistair's book, and it's gone on a cruise or something. There's quite a lot of earnings out today, including Snapchat. Have a look at Ford. Ford's up at 12.18s. Not moved that much. Add a text. Oh, Avenue Therapeutics. It's choppy sideways after yesterday's sell-off. Prius down after yesterday's rally. Okay, so where it's not 0% commission. Okay. Where are you based, Fuzzy? Can't remember where. Remind me where you're based. All right. Okay. Well, I use capital markets, but there is. Oh, we'll see. I thought the break back up over $6 was going to be a good time to buy back in, Matt, but then it completely faked me out. So, and on multiple time frames as well. So on the 2-minute time frame, that actually confirmed. So as this moved back up, I looked for the break of the $0.75 here. I'd got bad fill there, whether it was me slow to the trigger, but then on the move back up, I looked for the break of 3. Then we got the flat top, so I was expecting the ascending wedge into the flat top, and it broke down. Did the exact opposite of what it should do. So as we bounced for the break back up over 6 for the move back up, I got back in and added to the position. Never add to a losing position. That's what I keep saying to everybody. So added to the position, and it broke down further. So twice I've been faked out on this one already. So buying at 550, I'm not sure. Yeah, so you can have a look at this American Rebel, Rebel, whatever you want to call it, however you're pronouncing it, whether it's whether you're using it as a noun or an adjective, it depends how you pronounce it. Okay, so yeah, this is up 56%. Penny stock, not the kind of stocks I trade, but penny stock. If you like this, it's actually looking quite strong today. Is there a catalyst? I don't know. You want me to take a look? I can do. I can't really do anything with Rubicon. And digital down. Okay, so Amazon's making new highs. That means Tesla's going to be making new highs. The S&P's making new highs. Yeah, so the S&P's moving up. I need the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq to move up, so that Tesla will move up with them. Need a good rally today. I've got a bit of a double bottom on the 15-minute chart on the S&P 500. So this is the W shape. So looks bullish. I would say we probably will get a bit of a rally today, just based on the technicals. AMPX not really doing anything this morning. Oh yeah, so it is. Popped up. Volume's not huge at the moment, but it's growing. Hey David. Yeah, I've just noticed that's one of the reasons I've not thought about getting a position. It's 10 cents on the spread. So was Silo. I mean, it was 10-15 cents on the spread there. That's what stopped me getting out early and taking some profit earlier. This is 20 cents, between 10 and 20 cents on the spreads on AMPX. So just watch. I'll put that back on the. Alright, so Silo broke down. 540s now, so we'll see if that comes back. I think everybody that traded Silo on that pop-up got red on it, finished red on it, because it was a horrible move. I mean, if you look at Silo on the, you look at Silo, the volume by price up here, everybody's, well, say everybody, there's so many people still holding bags up here, or were holding bags up here. That's where the majority of transaction took place, was up here. So some people got out. Everybody missed this gap here. Everybody missed this gap as it flushed down. Some people managed to get out there just above $6. Some people just carried on, you know, selling. And a lot of the people that bought up here have sold down here, as you can see. Yeah, not good today. My thoughts on Mullen Motors. It had a good day yesterday. Starting well today. It's up 15% already. It's choppy around the VWAP though. The problem with Mullen like this, I mean, it's a penny stock, so first and foremost, I don't trade penny stocks. But the problem with Mullen Automotive is it always promises to do a lot more than it actually ever does. As a company, I mean, if you look at the fundamentals of the company, you got to say it doesn't. There's nothing special about it. There's no real USP that says that this is a fantastic company. It's for a penny stock. This is the problem that I have with it. The big problem that I have with it. For a penny stock, it's like 39 cents right now, trading at 39 cents. And it's what, 500 million shares in the float, which means that even if you take a big position, you're not going to move the needle very much. And you have to take a big position to take advantage of any of these moves. If it moves 4 cents, it moves 4 cents. That's 10% of it moving. It's moved 10% of its gains. You know, it's moved 10% of its value. It moves 4 cents. So that's my problem with Mullen. It's just too big a float for the size for this. If they did a reverse stock split, say, you know, 10 to 1, 25 to 1, something like that, I think they'd have a lot more joy with people trading it. I think people would get a lot more out of it. But that's just my opinion. Yeah, but think about that for a second. It had 600 million volume yesterday. It's a, you know, 500 million share float. So it's not even recycled. It's only just managed to recycle the float. So it's all relative. Just because it has a 6 million volume, I mean, most of those people are you know, bag holders from when it was up at $4 a share. It's if you get something that's on good relative volume, that's recycling its float 2, 3, 4 times, then you're going to get a lot of volatility. You know, a 6 million volume, or 600 million volume day for Mullen, when it's a 500 million float, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, you know. It's equivalent to having a 10 million float, and you know, you've got a 10 million float and you get a 11 million volume day. 11 million volume day doesn't sound a lot, does it? No, I wouldn't trade it because it's 40 cents. Again, just my strategy, I discount anything under $2. I try not to trade between $2 and $3. But I don't trade these penny stocks. You get a lot of manipulation with these penny stocks, a hell of a lot of manipulation. And because you're taking big size, Hey, look, easy come, easy go, Kai. Started today with 63, now I've got 53. The spreads here is still not great. 10 cents, 10, 15 cents, 15 cents right now. So whilst I could jump in and chase the momentum on this, the spreads are not going to help me. It's base hits again. What we need. I totally agree with that last comment there. Okay, so yeah, you probably you usually get a few hours after, but yeah, we have the thunders and thunder and lightning and everything, and it's actually not too bad today. It's quite fresh. UPXI, UPEXI, there's nobody trading that at all. There's no trades been taken at all today in the out of hours session, so there's no trade there. No, I wouldn't say it's tanking. It's going red on the day. Hang on, what forgot dropping at the bottom of the hour? We've got jobless claims dropping now. Let's have a quick look at the jobless numbers. Is that tanking the SPY? Has Liz gone? Liz from HR, has she decided to fall on her own sword? Has she? Okay, so US continuing jobless claims 1.385 versus 1.375. That's not really good. So good is actually bad for the market. Initial jobless claims 214 versus 230 estimate. That's thousands, of course. Okay, so the jobless claims that have just come out they're not. What's the good in terms of the numbers? They're actually bad for the market. You've got more people working means, yeah, it's the inverse effect. That's why the S&P 500 is selling off. Okay. Crypto holders, is it time to dollar cost average? No. If you've not been doing it already, then AMPX. So we got the breakout of that ascending resistance. Or, What happened with Silo? Yeah, I'll show you what happened with Silo. So we got this move up, good volume. We got the pullback. We got in for the break of the new highs after the pullback. We got in, and it reversed. And it reversed hard. So we tried to get the bounce for the break of $6, and it continued reversing. So good catalyst, Alzheimer's catalyst. Just the market pump and dump type mentality. Very surprised with that catalyst that it reacted like a pump and dump. Normally you don't get the you don't get that kind of manipulation, if you will, for want of a better word, with a catalyst. But you know, 3 million, and it's not like it was excessive volume. It's 3 million float. So the highest candle was this fast flush down, and that was 83,000. So what are you gonna do? See the move? To be fair, a lot of those penny stocks are, you know, they're just a pain in, and this is one of the reasons why a lot of people, just another one of the reasons why a lot of people just lose money consistently, is because they try and trade a lot of these penny stocks because they're affordable. And it lowers the barrier to entry, and you get in there, you've got a $500 account, which you shouldn't be trading with a $500 account, full stop. So you've got a $500 account, and you think, okay, with $500, this stock is 20 cents, and it was 15 cents this morning. It's got up 25%. If I put $500 in now, it goes up another 25%. I'll make, you know, $125, $120 or whatever. And that kind of mentality, they'll YOLO it all into one of these penny stocks, and then it drops 5 cents, and they've lost it. You caught the bounce off 5. What bounce off 5? Ah, this one. Yeah, you can keep your bounce off 5. I'll work, because the volume isn't there, you see. It's faked me out too much already. I'll wait for some volume to come in and get a decent move. Yeah, so S&P 500 after that sell-off, it's trying to make its way back up. It's trying to hold green on the day. I mean, on the 60-minute, we've got 15 minutes. Look at the 15-minute. We've got a 15-minute double bottom. W formation there, so we'll see. Those jobless claims won't help the market though. Yeah, don't celebrate too early, Jack, about Liz going. Unfortunately, everybody celebrated when Boris went, remember? Bumbling Boris was a damn sight better than Liz, so at least he did some research and costed out his budgets. But if we get back above 1050, I'll take a smaller position. back for base hits. See if we can recover some of this debt. What do I think about hook or hood? Again, it's lower than what I tried. I don't know. Hookipa Farmer. I don't know what the catalyst is, so I've never heard of the company before, so I couldn't give you an honest opinion on the long term of it. But right now, this is moved up to $2 on whatever news catalyst that came out, pulled back, and now it's kind of ranging sideways up around the $0.75 mark, 175. So it's just sideways. Not great volume either. Very low volume at the moment. Had a bit of a volume spike at 8 o'clock with the algo trades, but there's nobody trading it at the moment. It's no volume. 22,000 shares on this volume bar. So it at the moment. Fair bit of support. I don't know what you mean by that, but there's nobody trading it right now. There's no volume. 136,000 shares in the 8-hour session. It's only up a fraction of a percent from where it closed yesterday. It sold off heavily pre-market yesterday. Olaplex Holdings. So just be careful with that one. Lock in a little bit there. Let's go for the base hits. Looking for the break of $11 here. Get green on the day. Yesterday's high was 11.52. Locking in a bit more of that. Hold $11. The spreads are still like 10 cents. Hey Phil, sorry I'm trading, mate. Locking a little bit more. That's looking like it might be ready for a bit of a consolidation. Mate, if it breaks back below $11, you can always re-enter. I'll just hold to break even, why not? Let us pull back. We'll look for another entry at this. This will be a continuation of yesterday's catalyst. They got a $50 million contract with the US Department of Energy yesterday in Prius Technology, which is why it moved up. Hey, not very well. We just managed to claw $2,000 back off that, well, $1,600 back off that big hit to start off with. So now we're looking for more. Well, right, okay. Well, it's, you don't have to announce your arrival. It's not an airport. It looks like J-Spec. It looks like that bounce off 5 was a bit of a dead cat bounce by the looks of it. So it's down at 506 again now, Silo. Oh. And either which way you push this, you could move it and actually duplicate this for a second. You could do this on the bodies and it would be pretty much the same. Maybe not.
Steve and Dave.
we're just keeping an eye on things that are moving. Do you know what? I think I might just go do exactly that, Max. I'll go and get my hair cut after this. Well, I'm hoping it is up and down. I've got 10 contracts with Tesla at the moment. At the bottom of this channel now on AMPX. So I'm just kind of wondering if we get a bounce here and move back up over 11 and then a continuation. But it needs to bounce. It might come down to the VWAP, but we've got this. Let's say this support channel, ascending support, ascending resistance. But Tesla, I've got, let's say, I put about 10 contracts for this week. Yesterday, prior to the earnings. So let's see what happens. It's way down. I need to move. I need to move $15 to the upside to get me in the money. I don't know about that. I might just do the buzz cut all over. Keep the beard and just do the buzz cut. Or maybe I should just buzz cut and goatee. Go Breaking Bad. What do you reckon? I make more day trading. Swing trading. I do make money swing trading, but I make a lot more day trading. I probably, if I was doing swing trading a bit more proactively, I probably would make more. What I tend to do, because I swing trade on my interactive account, and most of the holdings that I have are in my retirement, or in my pension, or in my retirement account anyway. So it's just, you know, buy and hold, hodl, go, you know, diamond hands. Yes, Matt. I've got the SPY open on my screen right in front of me. I've got the 15-minute chart on the SPY. I've got that open in front of me, and currently the SPY is sitting at 360 at 18s. But I've also got it on the watch list list. Yeah, I think I'll go and get my hair cut later today. What day is it? Thursday? Oh, all the door lights will be bloody. I've got the money, they'll all be in the bloody pub round near the barbers that I like to go to. Oh, we'll see. Walk into the village instead. I tried that during lockdown, get him. Didn't go too well for me. So looking for the break of 11 now. 11:10 is the 5-minute pullback. So the range is, the ATR is 20 cents on this, so it's not bad. At least I still have hair. Yeah, you know. After being married, kids, divorced, living on multiple countries, had a corporate career. Yeah, surprised I've still got this much hair. Don't celebrate. Wait till you see what's coming in first. Everybody celebrated when Boris went. and now they're thinking, oh, I wish Boris was still at the helm. No, the volume's died out at the moment. So, but there's nothing else moving. So this is why I'm watching. I'm watching AMPX. Nothing else moving. I mean, if I go back to Silo, which is where we lost the big this move up, and then it's just sold off. It's considering what I perceive to be a good catalyst, that was just shocking. You know, shocking movement. But there you go. So that's not doing anything. AMPX is Tesla's not doing anything except sell off. What else have we got? Supermicro, low volume. Ionova, low volume. Vertiv Holdings, low volume. Vaxitech, very low volume. So the top, with the exception of in fact, the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The top 5 gappers this morning have all done it on extremely low volume. So Rubicon is the last one on that. You can't trade that. Indonesian Energy's coming through. It's got more volume than most of them. Tried to trade Indonesian Energy yesterday, and it popped up and pretty much sold off very quickly as well. We got about $700 up, and then it sold off, and I had to exit really quickly just to break even. Well, I started with 5, and then I doubled up, and then I added another 5 when it reached 6 for a bounce on the $6. So that's on Silo. So the top end had 15,000, and it's just had to exit. Lost almost $1. Oh, I lost over $1 on it. Not much volume at all. Yesterday was terrible for volume. Across the market yesterday was just bad on volume. So it's pulling back towards the VWAP again. So we've got this little bounce at the VWAP on Imprius. It's pulling back to the VWAP again. Might go for a double bottom. Might continue selling off. So $11 is the key now. So if this comes back down to kind of 1065, 1060, and back up to 11. That's what I'll be looking for. Jinko Bioworks topping the momentum at the moment. DNA. Oh, I don't see why. There's nothing. You can't trade that. There's no barcoding almost. AA. Yeah, AMPX was good yesterday. It gave me a $7,000 swing, so I need something like that today, actually. No, just to get green again. Well, the problem is that, Les, is that trusts will affect the FTSE, possibly, but the majority of day traders, the ones that are trading the NYSE, they don't give a monkey's about Liz Truss. Liz from HR, they couldn't care less about Liz from HR. Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, like we say, bumbling Boris was a buffoon, but everybody celebrated when he left, and then they were left with a coin flip between Rishi the moron and Liz from HR, and Liz got in. Go figure. So now we're actually creating a bit of a flat top up here at $11. I'll bet he is. I bet he's not green by much. Probably got in a little bit sooner than I did. Yes, might be Alan from the canteen. Margaret from the canteen, or if this breaks the VWAP, we'll look for something else. Well, the door on the sofa, there's no point in having the balcony door open. How are we doing on the light count, guys? Gotta say, I've had quite a lot of followers in October. And I've not been I've not been making much money in October. It's one of those months, and you've got to recognise that trading's not easy. It's risky, guys. Not everybody can do it, and more importantly, you've got to recognise the fact that you have red days. You have trades that don't go your way, and you lose money. You have red weeks, like last week. I had a week where I was still trying to get out of the drawdown from last week. Occasionally, you might have a red month. If you stick at it and you've got the patience and you've got a profitable strategy, and I say profitable strategy, it's not going to be 100. There's no such thing as a 100% profitable trader. There's no such thing as a 100% profitable strategy. It just doesn't exist. And if somebody's saying they've got a 95% profitability, or they've got a 95% accuracy, or they've got a system that gives them 99% profits, or whatever it is, if they're saying that, then they're telling lies. That's a lot of crap, because nothing is that reliable. If I've worked in corporate business, providing IT solutions to, corporate business, and the SLAs that they give, where it's mission critical SLAs. No business gives SLAs of 100%. So you're not going to get people who are trading where it absolutely is impossible. You're not going to get close to 100%. I think even in telecoms, for example, they'll give you like 5 nines uptime for a data center. So it's only 99.999% uptime. And then that's a manipulation of the actual statistics, because it's unscheduled downtime that they take into account. They still have to, take, servers and things off the offline to maintain them, and they don't count that as downtime because it's scheduled. So for a trader to say that they're 99% or 100% effective or 100+% effective is just crap. And I know full well that, look, I'm green on the month still. As I say, we were a little over 40k. Where's my statistics right now? On the month before today, we were 42k in profit. So we've clawed a little bit back. This will hit me with a 30k in profit. So I can quit now and say, look, I've made 30k this month. So to make 30k in 2 weeks, well, 3 weeks after this week, that's 10 grand a week. So if I can make 40k, across the month, I'm on a good one. It's more than most people do. What did I trade? I traded Silo, got faked out on it. Nice catalyst. I moved up, increased relative volume and everything else. Yeah, it's a tough month this month for me. I mean, had to happen, I guess. I had 3 really good months in June, July, and August. Up there, kind of 150, 160,000 month, which phenomenal. We had a bad month in May, and 3 really good months consecutively in a row. Dropped off a bit in September, and I'm just struggling a bit this month. And that happens. I mean, whether it's mindset, whether it's a market, whether it's discipline, whether it's a bit of all the above, you know, you've got to. This is why I continue to look at the journal in TraderView and analyze my trades. Am I doing something different to what I was doing in July or August? Am I, swinging big like I was in August, which is paying for me, and it's just going the other way? Am I not managing my risk as well as I should do? Yeah, there's an element of that. Let's have a quick look at NEO. That moved up well a couple of days ago, then sold off the last 2. Yeah, NEO. Yeah, not much of a range on it. 2 cents range. And Indonesian Energy popped up yesterday, but didn't sustain. It moved up and sold off almost as quick. It did pop up to $8 this morning, very briefly and quickly. Indonesian Energy went up to 7.98 on very low volume, relatively speaking. 81,000 shares drove it up. What? 80 cents. So just be careful with that. Well, I try and avoid any kind of manipulated stocks if I can, but it's not always easy, as we saw this morning with Silo. Larry the Cat for PM. You know what, Les? He'd probably do a better job than Liz from HR. How about Miyako the dog for PM? She'd definitely do a better job than Liz from HR. I've already covered Mullen Motors today, Ahmed, and I'm not a big fan of Mullen Motors, simply because, or Mullen Automotive, simply because they're a penny stock, but they're a huge float. So we're talking like $500 million float for a 40-cent share, a 40-cent stock. You have to take big size to make the gains, but even if you take big size on a $500 million float, you're not going to move the needle very much. So I don't know why everyone loves Dash Trader Young, but I know why I love it. I just find it very intuitive. I find the hotkeys, hot buttons, the transaction speeds, I just find it always one of the easiest platforms and best platforms to trade, particularly if you're day trading. And I would say the only thing that I've traded with that rivals it will be Sterling Trader. TC2000 is up there. I've not spent much time on Lightspeed. Basically because they refused to give me an account, being not in the US at the time. Oh, Snorri, Miyako, would you like one of these? Come on, go stand up for it. Good girl. Right, you go over there and eat it. Enjoy. It depends. It depends where you're sat and which broker you're with. So if you're using a broker that provides it with you, like TDA or CMEG or something like that, then yeah, it's about 120, actually $95 for me per month platform fees, but I get that refunded. So they refund me my platform fees based on the fact that I'm racking up more than $600 a month in commissions. So it doesn't really bother me that way. However, I'm still paying a subscription to Dash Trader for my access to my margin account on Interactive Brokers, which I don't trade very often, but it still comes out of my, you know, it comes off my card every month, and that's costing me $120 a month. So yeah, the trading isn't a free exercise. Just let me point that out. It's like if you're a plumber, you have to pay for your tools. If you're a gardener, you have to pay for your tools. Same thing, you know. If you're a database analyst, you need a PC. You have to pay for your tools. You can't just set up and hope for the best. I mean, tools of the trade for day trading, you need a good feed in terms of news information. I prefer Benzinga scanners and an alert system, that kind of thing. A good feed for market data and analytics, which is why I prefer Benzinga. It's an all-in-one package on Benzinga Pro. So much you can get: IPO calendars, earnings drops, all that kind of stuff. You need a good trading platform. Now, if your broker doesn't provide one for you, then you need to select one that's going to work with your whichever broker that you want to trade with. You need a broker, of course, and your broker's going to charge commissions and fees, and then you're going to get charged ECM fees, FINRA fees, regulation fees, etc., etc. You're going to get, if you want to short, you're going to get hit with locate and borrow fees. It's not free to trade. There are costs to trading as a career. There are costs involved, the same as most career paths. It's not just something you can pick up and, you know, granted, even if you go to McDonald's and get a job serving at McDonald's, you've still got to pay to wash your uniform, you know. So my subscriptions, all of my packages together, they cost me about between $600 and $700 a month in total for everything. Agrify moving up. No, not really. Under the VWAP, can't look at Agrify. I mean, just look at that. There's six. We've got 6 stocks on the gappers list there, and not a single one of them has had 1 million shares traded yet. And we've got 13 minutes to the bell. To show you what a low volume day it is at the moment. There's no gap and go candidates at the moment. Oh, thanks for that. 18 roses. We'll have to plant them in the garden. But yeah, no gap and go candidates yet, guys. So we're just going to have to watch the momentum. My favourite strategy is gap and go. It absolutely is. Now, I've got a bit of a double top on the Amprius Tech in terms of on the hourly chart. So from yesterday and the pre-market that we've just come off the top of, that needs to pick up in terms of volume. If you look here, there's no volume here at all. So we got this volume on this move up. Then we got a spike when it tried to retake the $11 level. Volume's just, so in 10 minutes time, 12 minutes time, 11 minutes time, whatever, after the bell, we might see an influx of volume there. So I'll keep my eye on this one. I'll just put a nice little horizontal here at the high of day. which currently sits at 11.30. Yeah. So we're watching Tesla as well, which is down further. It did get up as high as kind of 212s a little bit earlier today, just after 7 a.m. So Tesla had earnings last night. Whilst it wasn't a hugely bad call, they've just had delivery issues, and they're not the only vehicle manufacturer to do that. I'm not trying to make excuses for Tesla, but the earnings, it basically sold off. So I took the wrong side of the bet. I took calls just before close yesterday. I took 10 contracts yesterday at 222 strikes. So I need this to move like $15 to get me into the money. And that's they expire on Friday. It was just a quick swing trade for this week. So I've got today and tomorrow for that to get into the money, but I'm not overly optimistic right now. And that's the second time I've traded Tesla options this year, and it's probably about the fourth or fifth time I've traded Tesla options. I've yet to make any money on Tesla when I've traded options with it. Just goes to show. Let's have a look at Indonesian energy. Seems to be moving up. No, just broke briefly above the VWAP, was rejected at 7:30. Okay, let's see what the markets are doing, shall we? And S&P 500, get a W formation here. Now, it's a bit rich to ask for that. It's below the VWAP, it's downwards trendy. After this sell-off on the jobless claims, and we're just trying to get back green on the day. If it rallies, then I need the market to rally to drag Tesla with it, is what I'm saying. And it needs to rally big to get Tesla up there. Okay, let's have a look at crypto, shall we? Why have I got loads of messages on? It's right. Okay, it's TradingView informing me what's new. Okay, so crypto, we're just sideways for the last 3 months. Really, since June. A big sell-off in June, and it's just traded sideways since then. I mean, yeah, it's moved up and down, but it's very sideways. If you're looking at the daily chart on Bitcoin, it's very sideways. I'm looking at the hourly chart. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's since the start of the month. Well, I'm looking back as far as the 14th, so last week. It's just sideways, not really doing much. Currently 19,181 is Bitcoin. Ethereum 1294. Cardano just over 35 cents. XRP still in the green for me. Good going XRP. At least one of my coin holdings is working out for me. 46 cents, just over 46 cents. So crypto, considering during the bull market, crypto was extremely volatile. You could get big swings on a daily, and any of the coins you could get big moves. Not seeing it for the last while with crypto, so I'll just keep averaging down. Best I can do, I guess. Let's have a look at AMPX again. Yeah. On the 5 minute, it's up. Really want it to test this $11. I could be interested if it gets over $11. And holds. We got through a wick up there. We didn't actually get the action up there. $11. I'll just take 5,000 shares. 1106. High of days 11.30. Above the VWAP at least. We've got 6 minutes, about 5 minutes to the bell, 5 minutes plus change to the bell. Let's see what this can do. We've been up as high as $25 on this one last month. We were up at $17 on the 16th of September. So it does have form for being up there. It'd be nice to see it move. It does have volatility, as we can see. $10.80. 25 cents here. So AMPX, which is, I think it's pronounced Amprius. Every time I look at it, I'm getting convinced now it's pronounced Amprius Technology. If I've got it wrong, sue me. But Amprius Technology, yesterday they announced the awarding of a 50 million contract with the US Department of Energy. And after that, it moved up about $5 from $6 to $11 in the space of an hour, less than. Now it did retrace, it pulled back a couple of dollars, but held most of those gains. And now it's looking to make a continuation. So whilst this isn't technically a gap and go because it's coming into the open pretty much flat, what we may see is move up to retest the pre-market highs, which currently sit at 11.30s, and potentially go on to make new highs, or beat yesterday's highs, which are kind of 11.50s. If we can get over 11.50, no reason why we can't get $12, $13. Just need good volume and a bullish sentiment on the market. Got good range, and you've got to factor that in as well. The range of the candle movements that you're getting as well, both up and down. It's got a good, decent range. 15 cents is the average true range on these candles on the 1 minute. 34 cents on the 5 minute. So put it into perspective. Bell in 2 minutes. Might just hold this into the bell. Becca 96. I said Barocca 96. I thought, ooh, Barocca. I didn't have one of those yesterday. Maybe that's why I find it so difficult. Am I looking for shorts? Not right now. I tend to be long biased there, CryptoCop. But I just find locating stocks. This is not crypto, by the way, just from your handle there. If you're looking for a crypto channel, you'd find a stocks and shares channel. But just it costs more to have a long biased strategy. The cost to borrow, the locate fees, etc. I mean, if you've got easy to borrow, it doesn't cost you anything. If depending on your broker, it shouldn't cost you anything to borrow stocks that are easy to borrow. But the broker will have an abundance of them already available to borrow that other clients that they have are holding. However, that being said, you do have borrow fees if you're holding them overnight, etc. There might not be any locate fees, but you will still have borrow fees if you hold them. Now, I don't think you need an IQ to trade crypto. Here we go. There's the bell. Welcome. The casino is open. Right, the question is this going to go up or go down? Big range, very volatile. Give it a little bit of wiggle room. Oops, a final montage to do that. And put the stop just under the VWAP. Give it time to move up. Yeah, I think most apes lost their IQ when they entered the AMC arena or the GME arena. A lot of people put their life savings on it and lost a lot because they thought it's going to the moon. They believed all the hype. Didn't take profits when it was up at the highs. Actually bought more when it was up at the highs. Marathon Digital moving up, trying to break the VWAP. Right, okay. Looks like I'm just going to get stopped out here. Dip and rip. I'm at 6. I've got to stop at 61. Low of this candle is actually 61. So it didn't break 61, but that's my stop. There we go. So that's broke low, so I'm out. Let's change the scanners over now whilst I'm not watching that because let's see what else is moving. Trading halted on the Atlantic Coastal Acquisition. Marathon Digital moving up at 1090s. Yeah, I was in it. I was in it, Dave. I was holding it from pre-market, so as it broke 11, it's still there. You know, there's still hope for it. We've got a bit of a double top on the 5-minute, but it still could turn around. Although Marathon Digital looks like it's making moves upwards. This gets green on the day, could well be of interest. Wait for a pullback. Extend it at the moment. 1188 is the halt up. AgFi. Well, that's what it is. I put my stop loss in there for a reason. That's how much I'm prepared to put in the trade. And if it because if it turns around and moves the other way, I'll be kicking myself if I get out of a trade and it doesn't hit my stop loss. Look, it's all about personal preference, Fuzzy. If you feel like a trade isn't going your way, the general rule of thumb is, like, if you're not feeling it, get out. If you don't feel like it's going to go your way, but I've always had that mindset. Like, if I get out and it turns around, and it very often does for me, because I estimate the support levels. I look at the support levels and I estimate them. I put my stop just below the support level. It finds support and then turns around. I kick myself. So I don't want to give myself the opportunity to kick myself. But as a general rule of thumb, you should, if you're not feeling a trade, just get out. Trust your gut. You don't have to be a genius to work out that a trade is looking weak. But that's actually not a bad. That's not a bad mentality. If you go in expecting to lose, you're more likely to manage your risk better. So, yeah, look, expect hindsight's 20/20 vision, buddy. Everybody's the best trader in the world with hindsight, but I guarantee all those people that had bags that traded silo up at the top with that catalyst and bought in for the move on that first pullback, I guarantee they weren't thinking of going short on that. And let's just that's assuming that that it was available to short. Let's have a quick look. It's not shortable, so I couldn't have gone short on it. So I'd have to pay for locate fees, and again that also takes time as well. But Silo wasn't shortable, so I couldn't short it anyway, JSpec, even if I'd seen it. Why did it sell off so hard? Quite frankly, because the market decided that, yeah, we've had the profits and we're going to sell off. Just didn't buy into the catalyst, I guess. Manipulation, maybe. Panic, probably more likely. So what you probably had is some other guru saw this, jumped in, took big size on this first pullback here. As it moved back up, they exited, and that's drawn the crowds, and started selling off at up at the 675. And then once somebody starts selling and you get a decent size sell off, which probably would have been about here, yeah. Once somebody starts selling below the VWAP, everybody starts jumping ship and getting scared, and that tends to be what happens. Self-fulfilling prophecy, as they say. AgFi. Yeah, look, I'm always reluctant to call manipulation, because I mean it's 2.5 million shares at what, $6, $5-6 a share. You have to have a pretty big bank balance to manipulate it. Yeah, we saw that, David. Like I say, I was in that. I was up, lost 2,200 on that dip. It was looking green up until today. No, it's actually, I'm still green at the moment for the week. And again, that's a valid point actually, Max, so thanks for that. I can zoom out on the week. The problem I've got is I'm still looking back at Friday and the drawdown from last week. So we had a red week last week. We're still on, we were just over 4,500 in drawdown coming into today from last week. We're still green on the month. We're still green on the week, but just barely. So I saw this move up. It's the top mover at the moment. AMD's making highs. AMD breaking highs up here. If you like the larger stocks. Top momentum at the moment, Agrify. I missed the breakout, so we had this pullback, missed the breakout there. Watching that for the breakout. Oh, that's AMD. Agrify is what I was looking for. Yeah, so we got the pullback. So 270 at a push. Volumes died off. So just looking for that one stock. I'm going to be patient today. I'm going to wait for the one stock. Green is green. Absolutely, 100% agree with you. So thing is, 3 red days last week. Not yet officially had a red day. I can't really count Monday a red day. $130 green is green. But 3 red days last week. This will be the 4th in the space of a week. Let me just have a look. What else have I? What other red days did I have this month? I think we started red, didn't we? Okay. No, we had a green week. So we started October. We had 100% record, if I remember right, for the first 3 or 4 days. Every trade we took went our way. So we were at 40-odd thousand up at the end of the first week. And then we had we came back down to earth with a bang last week. So we just need to get some consistency, I guess. It's easy to believe your own. If you get into a mindset of I'm starting to lose, again, this is another reason why you should be logging your trades. I go into TraderView, so Max is absolutely spot on. It's like, where are you zooming out? Where are you on the week? And I've had 3 green days, so I'm losing today. Why should I even bat my eyelids? Keep zooming out. Because of last week, I just felt, in a bit of a losing mentality. Yeah, so I don't mind. Mara's about to break the green line. Marathon Digital. So this pullback, now trying to break the green line. Key level 1106 on that 5-minute candle. Goes green. There we go. One more. There we go. It's green. Green on the day. Does it get rejected at the green line like it did last time? Current high of day is 1111 plus change. So you look at the top momentum stock is Rubicon, and just the volume is not there. NGM. Look at that. I even trade that. Nvidia, new high for Nvidia. It's kind of fun. I'm getting all these larger caps, S&P caps that are making new highs, but the S&P 500 isn't. Tesla's way down. So the Federal National Holding is up at 81 cents. If you like these penny stocks, fill your boot. Not my bag, not my cup of tea, not my bag. 32% up on the day. Yeah, I might just stop trading pre-market, Kai, because you've actually hit the nail on the head there. Let me just have a look at the until the markets pick up again. I might just stop trading pre-market. Give myself a better chance. Let's have a look at the days and times for October. Yeah, so yeah, that first hour letting me down. I'm making most of my gains at the moment in October from 10:30 to 11. Go figure. Just looking at my statistics. Mondays and Fridays have not been good to me. Tuesdays and Wednesdays have. Okay. Why am I such an idiot? Why did I not see that? Why did nobody spot that? Double top, the M pattern right there. Should not have been getting in there. I should have been waiting for the break of highs. Short up. Tesla needs to come round and turn around. We'll see what happens today. Don't mention HKD. Yeah, okay, so let's YOLO play this one, shall we? Well, the spreads are only 30 cents. Oh no, 80 cents. Spreads are only 80. The spreads are only 85 cents. So we'll go in for 85-cent spreads, 90-cent spreads, and very low volume. Let's do a YOLO play with HKD, AMTD Digital. But yeah, I'm with you on that one, Alex. We'll it's one of those that I won't touch. If I've got a spare few quid and I'm prepared to YOLO it, then yeah, fine. If it's looking bullish, fine. If I'm not prepared to, lose it all, that's the only thing I'll use with HKD. Just a strange old stock, is that? Gonna wait for a good setup. If I'd waited yesterday, I would have made a lot more money. I need to make money back on this one. So let's see what we can do. American Airlines. That's making good gains. Oh no, it's Alcoa. Alcoa. AA. Alcoa Corporation. There we go. So I've got to stop in there. I'll just move it up slightly. So I've got a little bit of profit on this, if nothing else. This is it didn't have good sales results yesterday, but it's just rallied today. Obviously, people thinking it's a good bet. A little higher price. Sometimes the higher price stocks are a little bit more reliable. Amazon highs, Google highs, or Alphabet if you want to call them that. Pinduoduos just making highs. A lot of these high looks like it could be a. Oh, look at it. Hang on a minute. Trading it. Okay. I'll take some trades on TradeNet while I'm at it. Pax Medica, PXMD. So Pax Medica just bouncing up. Up at 330s. A few farm threes in there, so not seeing anything other than that. Somebody getting invested with amended farm threes. 4.5 million flow. Pax Medica. It's a big move. Oh, well, AMPX nothing but sell-off. That might turn around later, we'll see. Alibaba making highs. So all of these big profitable names are making highs. Looks like it could be a good day for the wider market, the Nasdaq and the S&P 500. The Nasdaq is up The SPY is not up quite as much, but the Dow Jones is up. This is Alibaba up at 73, just testing $74 now. So the Nasdaq, the Qs, which represents the Nasdaq, it's the Invesco Trust ETF, which mirrors the Nasdaq, is currently 272. The Spider S&P 500 ETF is currently at 369. So Dow Jones, which is the Spider Dow Jones Industrial, is 305, also up. Even the Russell Index is up almost 0.5%. That's a bit messy though. Very messy. It's up. So come on, Tesla, turn around. AMD pulling back here. Pulling back a little bit too far. For my liking. Max Medical making us it's really top of the last few minutes. But if I'm looking at the momentum scanners here right now, 72,000, 43,000, 100,000, Alcoa's making moves again. Do I think the market's bottomed? Personally, no, I don't. If I'm, across the board, I don't. I think there's a little bit left to go. I think we'll probably reach the bottom the early part of next year. I think we've still got some selling to do yet. I mean, the end of September and the early part of October, we reached the big lows. But I do think there's more to come. The current high of day is I don't want to break 39. Current high of day is 39.14. I don't want to get caught in a double top again. Here, Indo. Who wants to look at Indonesian energy? Sideways, doing nothing. Up at kind of 740s, rejected at 750 twice, which is a previous resistance level as well. So do what you will with Indonesian energy. Just sideways at the moment. Pineapple energy. Oh, it's a bit messy. 9-cent range. Yeah, not something I'm going to trade. Not yet, at least. I'll wait for something a little bit better setup. Well, half an hour in, and we find ourselves 12k down. I've been in worse situations, but it's not the best situation to find yourself in with half an hour of the market gone. Probably the most volatile 30 minutes that you get on the market. The likelihood of me making this back, if you get red in that first 30 minutes, the likelihood of you making it back is actually less and less the longer you go through the day. Or it has been statistically, but this last month or two it's been slightly different. We've had some good movers around lunchtime, so we'll see. Well, that looks like it's going to pull down. Like I said, I was wary of a double top, and it looks like that's what's formed. Fairly reliable. Double tops, double bottoms are fairly reliable. Yeah, I'll go and get my hair cut today, I think. Yeah, I'm not going to stop and walk away just yet. I'm looking for a good setup. Right now, I'm seeing a lot of upwards action, but upwards channels typically will break downwards. So these parallel channels will usually break downwards, and they break down with volume as well when it happens. So Monarch, 60,000 shares traded today. Can't really move on that one. So when the biggest gapper is it's not even 25% up on the day. That's shows a lack of volatility in the market. We've only got 5 stocks that are above my threshold of 15% up on the day. That's what I look for. Something that's up 15%. Okay. Shopify making new highs. Let's have a look at Shopify. Getting some good movement here. Nice double bottom there, and we missed it. Breakout here at $30. Let's see. I'll give this a little 30 cents. I could be scalping like $100 here, $100 there if I wanted to here, but I just think I'd miss out on the on a wider move. Mara trying to retest those highs up at 11.20, so currently 11.14. JPM just making new highs. JP Morgan Chase, if you're wondering who JPM is. A lot of these high cap, mid and high cap stocks making good moves today. So mid and high cap day again, it seems. It was yesterday and it seems like it is again. It's over 340, and then I'll put a stop in place. Yeah, earnings season does have a knock on with that. New highs. To lock in a little bit of the gains. I'm gonna put a stop at break even. If you can get a couple $100 per trade, great. $100 a trade, 10 trades, then you're making $1,000. Base hits, small base hits. I'll put a 10-cent trailing stop. We've got 2,500 shares in there. I'll let that ride out. We'll look for other things as well. Like I said, base hits. Micron. So, don't normally trade mid and high cap stocks, but it looks like it's a day for it today. Particularly if we're going to get some of that loss back. Nvidia moving up. Nvidia's having a really good day. It's 5% up on the day. AMD following suit. So AMD is also about 4.5% up on the day. So these mid and high cap stocks, 5% move is a good move. But I'm looking for at least 15%. If I'm trading mid and high caps, I'll look for 5% or better. Yeah, Alcoa looks nice. Managed to get a little bit out of Alcoa. Actually, Shopify is looking good too. Maybe I should add to the position. Just keeps moving up. Might just do that. Next pullback. If it doesn't stop me out, I'll add to the position on the way back up. This is Shopify. I'm not really bullish on Shopify long term. I just don't think they've got anything unique about them. I just think they're in there with a, very competitive market. But looks like it's going to be one of those slow, steady slogs of a day. I think we're going to be able, make 300 here, 400 there, to try and claw back this loss until we see GDX. Let's have a look at GDX making highs. So Vanek Gold Mine, Vanek Gold Minerals. Yeah, not got great volume. A couple of dojis there that I don't like the look of. Heartbeam moving up. Former runner. Rubicon. Just can't bring myself to try this. It's under $3, that's probably why. Citigroup. Who likes to trade Citigroup? S&P 500. Where's Tesla? Oh, still not up where I need it to be, but S&P 500 is not looking back. Look at this. Look at it on the 5 minute. It's a distinct double bottom I called out earlier. I'm like, well, I'm not too sure. It's motoring at the moment. Will we get a turnaround on Amprius? That's a interesting question. This gets back over the VWAP, back up towards $10. We'll see. Might be worth taking another look at later. Consolidating sideways at the moment. Yeah, so a lot of the big stocks right now are moving up really well. Might just be one of those. Trade it slower and trade the larger cap stocks. Oh, did I get stopped out on Shopify? Yeah, I made $400 on Shopify before I got stopped out. So we're getting a little bit of a pullback here. There's not a lot in the low cap stocks. There's not a lot of volume worth trading. So just if there's not a lot of volume in the low cap stocks, let's look at where the volume actually is. Maybe even look at trading a couple of ETFs if I have to. Nasdaq breaking highs. Big mover from earlier this week, well, yesterday. Laughed my ass off. Hitting the scanners now. Trying to do a red to green move. Oh, LMAO. LMF Acquisition is the company. But laughed my ass off. This moved up to 12.75 yesterday. It's down at 9.06 right now. Is that right, Chesty? Look at it. SPY on the daily. Now the 200's up here. 200 moving average is up at 405. I'm assuming you're talking about the 200 exponential moving average is what I've got here. That's a 405 on the SPY on the daily. So way off that. But Mara looking good. Marathon Digital. And a bit of a pullback on Alcoa, a little pullback on Shopify. The good thing is about some of these larger stocks is they're relatively easy to borrow. If they're liquid stocks, they're relatively easy to borrow, so they don't cost anything in terms of locate fees. And they only really start costing you money for borrow if you're holding overnight. So trading intraday, if you want to go short, trading intraday, they're not really going to cost you that much. So you can mix it up and get in long, and then up at the top here when it starts looking weak, get in short it for a little while there, maybe look for a bounce and then go long again. And you know, I know people that do that. They trade the same 2 or 3 stocks all the time, and they'll trade it long, they'll trade it short, they'll trade it long, they'll trade it short, and they don't go and look for any other stocks. They know how that stock moves, and they know when it's looking weak, and they know when it's looking strong, and that's all they do every single day. So that's a strategy that can work for some people. Me, I guess I'm just a degenerate. I'm just a degenerate that likes to trade the volatility of the small cap sector, which isn't there at the moment. Let's have a look at this. It's S&P 500. Let's look at the Nasdaq. This is the Nasdaq making moves back up. Another new high here. A little bit of a pullback. Very bullish flag type setup. Oh, the markets are looking very bullish today. They're only, you know, they're not kind of at the levels that they were a couple of weeks ago when they made the big run up after the CPI numbers dropped. Was it last week that happened? I think it was last week. We had the CPI. Was it Tuesday? The CPI numbers dropped, had a massive sell-off, gap down, and then out of nowhere they rallied, and probably the most I've seen the markets move in a single day since we entered the bear market. I think it was the most since COVID. Rivian. Let's have a look at Rivian. It's a popular one on the channel. People like to see what's going on with Rivian Automotive. Rivian's up there at 32s. It's had resistance up here very recently at 32.08. Which just happens to be pretty much where it is right now. High of day is 32.06. So hitting that kind of resistance level. If you look at this on the day, on the 60-minute chart, you can see that there's a resistance level here at that kind of 32.08, 32, call it 32.10. Nice round number, 32.10. Got the resistance level there. So get up to 32.20. There's a chance to maybe get up a bit more. Rivian, moving up nicely. Just going to be patient today, I guess. Go for the $200-300, $200-300 moves at a time. Oh, 39.80. That's the high on the 5-minute pullback we need to get over. The 5-minute red candle. Yeah, well, that's what I'm looking at right now, David. It's Alcoa on the 39.80 is the high of day. Oh, actually 39.81 the high of day, but the red candle preceding it, which is the pullback candle, we're looking for a new high. First candle, 5-minute candle to make a new high is what I'm looking for here. We got it. That's 39.80 on this candle. We just entered. Give it go. Want to get over $40. Looking a little bit more. Just stop just above break even. That's what I like to do. I think I got stopped there, so as it pulled back. What I like to do that is get to a target level, take half the position off, and then put a stop just above break even. That way you've locked in at least half the profit on the move, and that way you're not going broke. Nobody goes broke taking profits. AMC making moves? Really? Let's have a look. Come back to Alcoa in a minute, but let's have to take a look. Yeah, it is. AMC, we know that AMC can move big on the day. If it moves big on the day. Not exactly moved big yet. 20 cents all day. The range isn't great. 4 cents range. But yeah, AMC looks to have finally come to life. If you like it, go for it. If you don't, don't. So this is Alcoa, and it's pulling back a little bit here. Like I say, base hits. If we can continue to get some base hits and get these, you know, $300 at a time before getting stopped out, it's fine. You rack up the commissions, so the commissions and fees end up to being a little bit more. So instead of being like 12-15%, they might be 17 to 20% of your gains, whatever. But if you can rack them up, these little base hits, they do mount up over the course of the day. It just means sticking at the computer all day, and you know, sat at the screen, scalping effectively. Scalping these mid-cap moves. Yeah, it was a spike up. Can't really, no follow through on that. Yeah, no follow through there either. What's my percentage goal a week? Right, I don't so much set a percentage goal per week, not so much set a percentage goal full stop. So I set myself a dollar goal, and that's 25k a week. So I set myself a 5k per day, 25k a week, 100k a month. That'll take me to the 1.2 for the year. That'll take me to should take me to a 7-figure net this year. That's what I've been tracking to all year. Slightly behind at the moment, but it's still all to play for. So that's my goal on a weekly, on a I've been trading a while now, yeah. Like I said, my previous job, I was regional vice president of a software company, global software company, and it didn't And if you want to just look me up on LinkedIn, you can find out who I'm talking about. So I don't want to talk to them. But I was regional vice president of a software company, and I had a healthy six-figure salary. So when I lost that position due to COVID and stuff, I needed to replace it, and this is what I've been doing since. And quite frankly, it's more lucrative than that regional vice president role. So I've not had to go back to the office and be a slave to the man again. So NGM. So NGM Biopharmaceutical is up 17% today. $4. It's kind of ranges. It's steady upwards increase, but the volatility is not huge. It's 5 cents on the ATR. Go figure. We'll see. Oh, Tesla's back up at 210s, 209s. Oh, nice. Only another $10, $15 to go. Keep going, Tesla. Let's see where you finish on the day. Where's Shopify? That's just plateauing now. AA is still moving. It's not easy, but it's still moving. It seems to be tracking the 9 EMA. This is where you tend to find that the EMAs come in a little bit more helpful, is when you're using or when you're trading higher cap stocks. I just saw some moves up here with KE Holdings. Beak. Clarence Beaks. Where's Beaks? Yeah. Clarence Beaks. Anybody in the chat know what movie Clarence Beaks is a character from? It's relevant. If 5 minute, yeah, it's extended up there from the 9, but on the 1 minute, it's pretty much tracking the 1 minute EMA, give or take. Looking at this on the MACD, and it's not looking favorable right now. So it's looking like a potential reversal on the MACD. So I'm just going to leave that for a while, let that consolidate for a little bit. Let's look at what else is moving. Look for another mover. Actually, it's at the bottom of the hour. I'm kind of finished with them. Finished with the stream, so I'll end the stream. I'll take my bio break and come back to the desk. I'll take the dog for a walk later, probably at the top of the hour. She's there at the side of me, look like a fluffy potato, large potato. And I'll be back at it tomorrow, guys. So join me for the last day of the week. What I'll do is I'll give you all an update later. You'll get the if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, go and subscribe on the YouTube channel, and you'll get the update drop of where I finish on the day. I never finish trading at 10:30. There's always something to be had later in the day. So I keep coming back. Of course, if you're on the Day Trade with Tony course, if you're in the Day Trade with Tony Discord, then you'll understand that we've got a lot of conversations going on about what's moving and how much, and that's spotted, and that's what actually brought me back to the desk while the football was on last night, when the news dropped for AMPX. and that was able to, I was able to get a $7,000 swing on AMPX with that. So took me green and over goal on the day. Yeah, so I'll finish the stream. If you're on the Day Trade with Tony Discord, you'll see me commenting in that and calling out what I'm seeing in that. And of course, if you're in that, you'll be doing the same yourself. So I'll be back at it tomorrow, 90 minutes before the market opens. That's 8 a.m. market time, 1 p.m. here and in the UK. And I'll see you then. Don't be late.